Hey everyone, Jeremy Rewinds here. Wouldn't it be amazing to go back in time to get the toys you played with as a child, bring them back to the future so you could play with them all over again as an adult? Not to worry. I've discovered time travel.
A time-traveling machine?
I built myself a time machine so I can go and do this with you. Who cares about going back to the past to see your younger self and sharing the knowledge of things like Amazon and Apple and Microsoft and how everybody in the future has a flying car and a hoverboard and a fancy thing called a microwave that heats your food up in seconds while leaving the middle of it iceberg cold.
How a microwave works.
Just kidding. What's a microwave? Okay, where did I put the time machine? Ah, here's my box of cars. I made it into one of these. Which one was it? Ooh, Bojangles. Seems like I've misplaced the time machine. Oh well, wait. I got a better idea. Now stick with me on this. Let's plan a family trip to Michigan, where I grew up, take an entire week off from work, fly to the closest town where my parents' house is, do all sorts of touristy fun things with the family, friends, all as a cover-up for the real mission, which is to scour my parents' house, garage, shed, barn, piles of dirt in the backyard to find the toys I remember having as a child and still remain. Then, putting those toys into two huge boxes, drive those boxes to the closest UPS store, where they will put them into a truck, drive them to my house here in Florida. After the swap is complete, I'll secretly return to everyone later that day to talk about what an amazing time we all had, thus covering my tracks about the real mission, toy rescue. Then, when I'm back home in Florida, the boxes will arrive a couple days later, only to be shoved into the closet of the game room where they'll sit untouched for almost an entire year as your normal life schedule is so packed until, oh wait, what is this? Toys from my childhood that were mailed to me from me while visiting family and friends in Michigan last year that were then shoved in the closet for almost an entire year? But don't worry about being disappointed, because if you don't like what you see, there's gonna be a sequel to this video. Don't you love sequels? So now that everyone's all strapped in for this fun-filled family trip down memory lane, let's get dangerous. I mean, let's see what the first item is.
Let's get dangerous.
So now that we've had some fun with the introduction, I've actually taken all those toys out of those boxes because I already did this video once because I didn't like how it turned out, and now the game room looks like a bomb! Okay, so first up, out of the box, was the Power Rangers and Magneto. There's a couple other things we'll get to in a second. Anyways, look at these things. I was neurotic as a kid. This is how I used to open my toys because I grew up in a house where I had family that also were garage sailors, antique individuals, and they always said the boxes are always going to be worth as much, if not more sometimes. Now, let's face it, these were stuffed in my parents' garage, so they're not in pristine shape, and obviously there's some tears to it, but I used to use tape just to hold the thing shut. Anyways, but here she is, Kimberly, with all of her weapons. This is the flipping, morphing Power Ranger. The tattoo is gone. I probably used all the tattoos. Very, very cool looking back on time. Look at the evil space mutants. And I have all of them except for Billy, Trini, and Zach. Why I don't have those? Well, I can tell you why. Kimberly, let's face it, everyone loved Kimberly. The second one, everybody that I knew wanted to be Jason, the Red Ranger. See his gun and his sword. Everyone loved Jason. But then good old Tommy came along as the Green Ranger and lit everything up. Changed it all. Everybody wanted to be Tommy. So anyways, and look at this. The Power Sword, the Lance Dagger, Bow, Axe. How cool is that? I forgot about that actually. And shows you how they morph from 1994. Look at that. So anyways, I might go and try to find the other three. Hopefully they're in a similar condition. I'd hate to go ahead and have to open them, but I would open them so I could just display them all properly. But I might also leave them the way they are. Ooh, and while we're on the topic of displays, let me show you up here. Look at that. All my Congo figures are on display. I just picked up Deluxe Monroe. He was the last of my figures because I bought this one, Blastface, regular Monroe, Peter Elliott, Amy, Karen Ross, Kahega, the Mangler, and the Deluxe. Down here, I think it says Deluxe Bone Crusher. I bought all these in a lot on eBay for like 12 bucks. But I spent that much on him alone. Well, I spent like $25 on him, which included shipping and stuff. But altogether, figure shipping and everything, I'm into these guys for like $50. And they are so cool. They are, without a doubt, my second favorite movie of all time. Jurassic Park, not World, is my favorite movie of all time. Anyways, so let's get back to the toys. All right, so our next one here is another action figure, the Uncanny X-Men. Look at all these different guys. And I actually have this guy, Archangel. I'm missing one of his bullets. I got to try to find that. As I look through the rest of these toys, though, I don't remember buying any other ones. For whatever reason, I only bought... Oh, no, I bought Cable. I have him. And I have Archangel. But for some reason, I never bought these other ones. And Wolverine has always been my guy. But look at this. Magneto. Look how cool he looks. Anyways, so the card's not in great shape, but I will hang him up on the wall with my Rangers. Next, we've got Ninja Turtle, the Samurai bike. I think it sounds crazy, but I think I'm going to go through and start buying the accessories that went with these things. Although this one's broken. I might leave it the way it is. I don't really know. But I do know that I have 3 of what looks like scroll bombs or whatever they were called. One of the knives is missing and one of the bombs are missing. The shield is missing up here. And who knows whatever else is missing. So I probably will, now that in hindsight, just leave it the way it is. But you never know. Maybe I will change my mind. Because I'm pretty sure I have the Leonardo that goes with this bike as well. Next up, we have from Galome Toys, which is Micro Machines. I was huge into Micro Machines as a kid. Look at this. This entrance. You drive your truck in. Dog barking at you. You can shake him right here. Obviously, there's a few pieces missing. You have a way to put a car in there, and then you crush it, and then it just falls out like that as a crushed car. And whatever was over here is either missing, probably missing. I'm sure it probably said exit or something right there as well. Caution, crush area. But very, very cool. I've got a ton of Micro Machines I'm going to show you. Well, it's not really a ton, but it's a bunch of cool ones. Okay, so first up, a tractor. I know how much you guys love it. Well, you might. I don't know. And we got plenty of tractors. In fact, you know what? We're going to go through a lot of them real quick. John Deere 1949 model AR tractor. Original MSRP, $20. We're going to go into the closet. Woo! Let's take a look here. I don't have the box for it, but here's another John Deere tractor. This one, obviously, I played a lot with because part of the sticker is coming off. Ooh, don't want to let him fall. Put him in that way. Then, look at this. They even had Micro Machine sized tractors at one time. But I think these were by Earl. I could be wrong. But you had John Deere. You had Allis-Chalmers. I think that's what that says. Anyways, it's supposed to be, I believe. I'm not hip on my tractor lingo, but pretty sure that's an Allis-Chalmers. And then you got a case. Look at that. Everyone needs a case. And all these other John Deeres, one with a bucket on the front. Doot, doot, doot. We got a Ford tractor in here. If you know me, I love my Fords. And look at that. Whoo, she's thick with dust. 32nd scale, TW5. What else do we have in here? We have stuff that's fallen. We have another Farmall. Doesn't love International. And then back here some more stuff. There's a skid steer or whatever I think that is, Bobcat. There's also somewhere in here, oh, right here, another type track, Tonka forklift, and it works. Well, you got to crank it by hand, but it works. There's a couple more tractors over here. Woo, don't step on anything. Look at that. David Brown. What the crickets? David Brown. Never even heard of David Brown. And I've had that for years. Look at that. Massey Ferguson. I actually liked this one as a kid. Look at that. $12.99. You can't even probably make it out so unfocused. But it comes with all these little cool attachments. I do remember playing with this one as a kid. Anyways, that's the tractors. First up, in the original packaging and underneath it, the instructions, Batman Returns. Look at that, $20 back in the 90s. When is this thing from? Isn't that from the 90s? 1992, look at that. I played the daylights out of these Tiger Electronics. And the one that breaks my heart the most, because for whatever reason, I can't find it. But it has the original instructions, the original box. You can see right here, 1992. So I'm going to have to try to find another handheld version. Sadly, not mine, but it'll go in this. Kind of ripped up. But that's okay. Next up, Micro Machines. Actually, let's pause the Micro Machines. Let's look at this. Who had one of these as a kid? Did you have one of these? This was... I got to move stuff. I'm knocking stuff over. Move out of the way, tractors. Batman, Jurassic Park. Anyways, this is a backpack. And it's like, it's called the Locker backpack. Look at that. You got spot, like you could have like your name up here, put some pencils. But it's just like a backpack or a locker, right? You got your little top shelf, throw your lunch and other crap up there. You got your books down here. You zip it up, you throw it on your back, and you go home. How cool is that? Anyways, oh look, I found another tractor. This one's another John Deere. I love John Deere, as you can tell. What else do we have? Ooh, Batman. Go down, headlights. I don't know, they don't want to go down. They kind of go down, but then they go right back up when I pull the thing. Oh, there they go. Anyways, everything technically works. Look at that. Not very fast. Kind of lost a lot of its pep in its step, if you know what I mean. Same thing with the back here. This is supposed to pop out, but you kind of got to slide it up. However, the rubber band must still be in contact. Must still be in, whatever, still work. It's just missing the yellow or orange front parts there. Otherwise, I think it's complete. It's pretty cool. Definitely not the Adam West one, because we all know what that looked like. But this is from DC Comics 1984. Probably can't see that very well. There you go. I don't know if you can see that. 1984. However, the best Batmobile we'll get to shortly. Let's talk Turtles. Now, for whatever reason, I have two of these. I don't remember buying two of these as a kid or receiving two of these as a kid, but this one's complete. So I've got the box, which was at my parents' house, and inside of it was one of these tubes, but it was missing... I don't know what it was missing. One of these things wasn't with it. Like, I had one of these in a box that I brought with me to Florida, but this one and something else was in this box. Anyways, I made one out of it. Hey, look at that. Sewer party tube. I even found some Marlboro Ranch. Half used. Who knows? Riff, you want these? Laser Blade Batman. Look at that. In the box. Check out these cool things. Look at that. Different Batman. You've got Arctic Batman, Air Attack Batman. I remember that Batman. That Batman was cool. Penguin, I got the Penguin. He's over there on the shelf. We'll go over him shortly. And so on and so forth from these other things. But look at this. It's still in the box with the cardboard. I was neurotic. Now can I get it out of the box? Bam! Look at that. And it even has the little purple thing in the bottom because when you pull it back, whee, it falls out. But what was crazy about it is this is supposed to be a motorcycle, right? Right? Drives along. And then when he wants to take off, and then he flies away. The problem with it is this little bat thingy on the bottom here. How do you go from this to this without dropping it? You can't. Good design there, whoever designed this. But regardless, it is a cool piece. I love it. It's from my childhood. Oops. But I'm going to leave it in the box and just put it on the shelf. All right, here we go. Micro Machines. Ooh. See if we can get them all out. Holy moly. There are so many in here. And there's other pieces that who knows if they actually go to it or not. So we're going to throw this in here. Some of these other random pieces, they probably go to it. Like this thing right here. Clearly this does not, I think, go to it. I wrote hospital on it. But I think this goes to a train, like an HO train scale of some kind. Don't know about these other little pieces here, so we'll put those in there. Oh, that's a road. I feel like I know what that goes to, but we'll figure it out. Ooh, I bet this goes with that other thing. Right here. Look at that. It does. Now, how do I get it in there? Hey, look at that. Beep, 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 beep. It's more complete. And we got stop signs and lights. And who cares about all this stuff? Let's talk about the tractor equipment again. Micro Machine. And another tractor. I'm throwing them away when you really want to look at them. So let's slow down and we'll take a look. This is for a Matchbox set that we're going to go over, and I bet you that's where a lot of these parts probably go to. Ooh, this, oh no! Nope. It's another implement of some kind, though. You can tell. Oh, well. So let's set these all up. Some of these I can tell are not Micro Machines. But obviously I played with them all together at the same time because they were super small. And look at all these jets. I was big into planes as a kid. I wanted to be a part of the Blue Angels, but that never happened. So I went and watched them in Pensacola. Are they all upright? Look at that. And we'll even hook this one up to the semi. Look at that. I'm going to take you off the tripod. Look at that. Look at all these cool Matchbox. What's wrong with me? Look at these little Hot Wheels. You guys remember these? You would take this, say you want this Corvette to convert into a monster truck, and you would just drop it on top. Oh, maybe not on that one. Try something smaller, like this Z3. Or we'll take this tank and pop it on there. Look at that. Now James Bond becomes more equipped. James Bond. Look at him. And some of these, like this one, if you remember, this one changes color. Uh-oh, this tractor's seen better days. And a lot of planes. And here's another semi for this. And I've got Micro Machines on a display in here. Plus, I'm going to show you up here. Shoo! I bought this recently because I couldn't find them. But I had these as a kid too. Now they're on cards, so they'll never come out. But somewhere in here. Where are you? Oh, it's over here. Look at that. There we go. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Star Wars is falling everywhere. Look at that. And these Power Rocket things, you guys remember those? Those were from Sega, I think, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's get back to it.